I can't believe a Walmart is closed.
We blame everybody else for our shit.
Everything is either being shut down or locked up near black people, and I'm honestly frustrated about it. As a black man in America, I'm tired of other black people playing the victim and blaming everything on the white man's fault. Are there some injustices that we still need to fight past? Yes. In the year 2025, and I'm still being judged just based merely on the color of my skin? Yes. But also in the year 2025, it's hard for me to look in this camera and not apply nuance and context to that fact. Because back in the day, yes, people were actually racist and just hated anybody that was brown, and they felt like they were superior over brown people because they were slaves. But nowadays, it's hard for me to sit here in front of this camera and say that, you know, people don't have a reason to be prejudiced. Like, that sounds so awful, that sounds so wrong, but the data is there, the math is there. Stores are fleeing black neighborhoods. Even black people are fleeing the black neighborhoods. It's like no one wants to be around it. And in this video, we're gonna go over exactly that and why. We're gonna discuss why so many stores are closing down in predominantly black neighborhoods, why so many things are being locked up, why even restaurants are shutting down or shutting their doors, and why there's so many prejudices against the black community and black people in general when it comes to these stores and institutions and shopping while black. Additionally, if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe. It helps the channel grow a ton.
Save money, live better. Just not in Homewood, Plainfield, or Lincolnwood.
This is a big hit to the community because, I mean, Walmart have great prices, honestly. So I can't believe a Walmart is closed.
But it's happening. This location on South Halstead in Homewood will permanently close next month. The reason, Walmart says, because of poor performance record. It, quote, did not meet Walmart's financial expectations.
It's like they're trying to starve the black neighborhood or something. I don't know what's going on because it's always crowded. Every time you come up here, the lot is crowded until they close. I mean, so how are you not making money?
You're not making money because people are stealing. People are ruining the profits. And obviously there's law-abiding citizens who are buying items from these Walmarts, but due to the financial reasons that they've outlined and all the theft that is rampant in these stores, they just decided to shut down. And it sucks because it's always the bad people that ruin it for everybody else, and there's so many people that depend on these stores. You know, Walmart is the jack of all trades here in the United States. It's literally a one-stop shop that people actually use to get their groceries done, buy their clothes, get all the electronics, get their groceries, get their oil change, get their nails done, get a haircut. What else? Get your eye prescriptions, and then get your medicine. It's literally the biggest, like, all-in-one store we have here in America. And people depend on it, especially low-income communities. But ironically, the low-income communities are also the black communities, which, yes, there's some racial things that extend past that. But in the year 2025, we can make our way out of it, okay? And we have a plethora of black people just ruining it for everybody else, and it's so just unfortunate.
Would shoppers not buying Walmart's explanation?
Is it always busy?
It's always busy. It's always busy here. Usually I'd be like, oh, let me hurry up and try to get in and get out.
It's always busy. It's always busy, but they never have nothing.
If you wasn't making money, you'd have been closed.
Well, they're closing now. And it's not just Walmart, it's also around this time, Target is closing, CVS is closing, Walgreens are closing, all near black people. And yes, it's obviously also the low-income communities, hence low income. They're still in the items they don't want to pay for. They don't have the money to pay for it. But I do find it ironic that even for me living in the deep South, you go to these low-income white communities and, you know, the yee haw, very country, hoedown cities, and nothing's locked up. When you go to these Walmarts deep in the country, there's not much locked up, if anything at all. But if you go to a Walmart in the hood, it's a different story. Why is that?
Oh, we have healthcare deserts. We have food deserts.
Yes, sir.
And we wonder why.
Yes, sir.
Our communities look like they look.
Speak
that
the
we
truth.
have violence every single day.
Speak the truth.
It is just not on us.
Who's committing the violence? I'm confused. Yes, our communities are stricken and our communities are impoverished and there's so much crime, but like, who's doing the crime?
It is on the corporate citizens that come into our community and ravage our community. And Walmart, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. You are the reason that our communities lack the investment that they have. We should not have to go out of our communities to find jobs. We should not have to go out of our communities to get medicine.
I'll give you a little credit in that Walmart does shut down a lot of the mom and pop shops and the little stuff around, because obviously it's an all-in-one store. You might as well just go to Walmart to get everything done than a bunch of little stores. I'll give you that. But we're also not going to sit here and act like Walmart doesn't employ the people in the neighborhood. As Walmart doesn't employ so many people, they do. They bring jobs, they bring the tax money, they actually do help certain communities out there. But we just can't sit here and blame corporate America for how our hoods are decrepit, when in reality, it's more of a culture problem. Are there some things out there that have played a huge factor into the shape of, our communities, whether it be redlining or whether it be, actual racist businesses out there? For example, them payday loan places, you really only can find them in the hood, because in the words of Kanye, Black people can't read. And by what he meant by that is, like, a lot of Black people aren't reading the fine print. A lot of Black people aren't doing the due diligence to be financially literate. Even for myself, I knew nothing about finances until recently. And to me, that's more of a culture thing of, like, why aren't we reinvesting knowledge and growth into our community and teaching other people about, savings and taxes and stocks? Is like, nobody's doing that. Why? Because you get called lame. You get called talking white. All anybody wants to talk about in the Black community is becoming a ball player, becoming a producer, becoming a rapper, a model. That's it. No one wants to talk about, at least it's rising a little bit, but no one wants to talk in great length about becoming other things, like lawyers, like doctors, like teachers. Like, no one's really pushing for that as much as we need to. What we do see more often, time after time, is stuff like this, where you have somebody just blaming everybody else except themselves or our own communities.
We should not go out of our communities to be able to shop. We should be able to do all of this in our community.
Right here.
We deserve to be able to shop,
Yes, sir.
work,
Yes.
play
Yes.
in our own communities.
Yes, you do deserve to work, play, and shop in your own communities, but you can't do that when your own people are ravaging the communities. You can't do that. You can't work in your communities when everybody else is stealing from said community. You can't shop in said communities when everybody's stealing from all the shops in the communities. You can't even play in your communities because so many people are busy shooting each other up in the park. So yes, I agree with this man in that you should be able to do all these things and feel safe and united and loved and cared for within your own community, but you can't do that if your own community is not taking care of the community. It's not gonna happen.
You ever seen a Walmart so ghetto that they fucking lock up the
Everything
clothes?
is locked up in this Walmart. Every single thing, the t-shirts, the lotions, the detergents, everything is locked up. And why? Why are certain things locked up in certain communities but not others, other than theft? This isn't about being racist. This is about, because people hate it. Everybody acknowledges it. Even the businesses, the workers, we all acknowledge we hate everything being locked up, and they're sending more people away. Like, no one likes these things locked up. We all admit it. We all can agree. But what other option do they have when people don't have the common decency to pay for something? Again, like I said before, I can't find things locked up down in bumfuck Egypt, Tennessee. I can't. Everything's just out in the open because I hate it. I hate the prejudices. I hate the whole racism thing. I do. But why is it always only blocked up near Black people? Why? Literally, why? The only Walmart I know that has everything in Target, the only Walmart and Target in Nashville that I know that everything is locked up similar to this, also are in predominantly Black areas. And somebody can look at that and say, well, yeah, because they're racist and anything Black people are going to steal, or they have the data to prove and show that Black people are actually stealing. It sucks. There's no reason all these things deserve or need to be locked up in the way that they are. Just like these items, there's a lot of people locked up mentally. They can't speak on their thoughts like I am right now in this video about these topics because they don't want to be called racist. And we shouldn't be silenced in this way, because honestly, the only thing that should be silenced is your firearms, not your voice. And thanks to today's sponsor, Silencer Shop, they've got you covered. With the suppressor from Silencer Shop, your range day gets even better and your hunts become unforgettable. Shooting suppress is quieter, cooler, and honestly a lot more fun. And yes, silencers are completely legal, and Silencer Shop makes it incredibly easy for you to get one. Suppressors mean tighter groups, less kicks, and no more ringing of your ears at the end of the day. Because whether you're hunting, shooting still targets, or just having a range day with your buddies, adding a suppressor to your firearm makes it pretty good to amazing. Silencer Shop has got the biggest and best selection of silencers out there that is perfect for any firearm or shooting style. And do keep in mind, they do much more than just sell silencers. Silencer Shop is out there every single day defending your Second Amendment rights and fighting for our freedom nationwide. Do your guns and your rights a favor and head over to Silencer Shop to see how much better they can be. Silencer Shop is the go-to spot to get a suppressor.
Black folks, we done stole and robbed ourselves out of a fucking resource that even the elderly people of this community would not even be able to have access to. I'm ashamed and I'm saddened because Black folks, we are so quick to always say, well, this person is not doing this and the white man this and the white man that. We blame everybody else for our shit. But then when we are tapped out of resources in our own community, we don't ever want to look at ourselves and point the finger back at ourselves and say, okay, I think maybe we fucked up. Maybe we shouldn't have been going in there stealing TVs and going in there stealing electronics and all this other shit. Because one thing about these white folks and these major corporations, they're all about money. So they don't care nothing about making sure we have resources in our neighborhoods. And this is how they gentrify our neighborhoods. Because when you're taking...
I don't know about gentrify. That's wholesome. She's in it. I've done it too. It's okay. In terms of gentrifying neighborhoods, I think that's totally fine to reinvest in neighborhoods and really, revitalize the communities and build it up. There's ways to do that. Really, here's the deal. When it comes to gentrification, it seems like you can do it in a feasible and nice way only if the existing community is aiding with it as well and respecting the areas and growing with the areas. Are some people getting priced out? Yes, people get priced out everywhere. That's just life. This is how it is. But in terms of gentrifying a neighborhood, I'm completely fine with that. I don't find really any issues with that as long as you're paying homage to, how the community is and keeping in mind different quirks of how the style and the vibe of that little neighborhood is. Totally fine. Now, in regards to Walmart leaving and only being taking care of money, yeah, I agree. These major corporations, they only care about the money. Hence, they're gonna leave when they're not making money, when people are just robbing and stealing from them. Like she said, black folk want to point the finger at everybody else except ourselves and really think about, okay, why are these major corporations, why are the Walmarts, the Targets, the CVS's, the Walgreens, one, why are they closing near us? And two, why is everything locked up near us? Is it because of race? Is it merely just because of race? No, because if you go to wealthy black neighborhoods, they're always fine. It's the low income black communities that are ravaging these stores, forcing them to leave. Because again, you go into low income white communities, it's not much locked up. Are there some stores for sure out there? Yeah. But when I go to the rinky-dink country stores, the Walmarts, the Dollar Generals, ain't nothing locked up. But you go to any store near the hood, it's locked up. And it's for this reason that this woman was outlining and saying, and she was spitting straight facts.
Just because you can, don't mean you should. You done took your big claw having back ass in them people's store, and you stole 5 times, and I'm talking about 5 times straight. You went in there, you done put your friends on, you done went back, sold the shit, back again, and now you go back for the 6th time. And once you get in there on the 6th time, you in there stealing again. You even go in the dressing room. You got a little bit more seasoned. And when you in there stealing, guess what happened? You on your way out the door. They catch you at the door. They make a big scene. They even bring the big bitches out to get you. So when they bring the big bitches out to get you, guess what? You crying. You in the back talking about, I can't go to jail, I'm gonna give it back. But what about the 5 times you stole before? Huh? What about the $100 of shit that you stole before? Now you in the back crying. Now you saying, oh my God, I can't go back to jail. Oh my God, this is my last strike. And now you sitting here crying. No, don't cry now. You should have been crying the fucking river when the you stole it the 10th time. And the mother 11th time and the 12th time and all the other stores in the fucking mall. And now you crying and you embarrassed because now you got court and then you got to call somebody and now they got to put their money up for you and you ain't got no money to put up for your stuff. Stop stealing. Just because you can don't mean you should.
He ain't said nothing but a word. Stop stealing. Just because you can does not mean you should. And you watch these cold blue cams, these Midwest safeties, daily dose of crime, all these body cam footages. You look at all the thefts and robberies in these stores. Listen, they just be stealing and stealing and stealing. And I always want to cry and play the victim as if they haven't done this before. Like, we just behaved. It goes back, honestly, it goes back to how our mindset as a society. It goes back to how, when I went skiing and snowboarding, everybody left their stuff out because no one's really going to steal your stuff. Do some things get stolen at a ski resort? Yes. I'm not saying they don't, but more often than not, being around the sea of white people, you're able to just leave something around and it's going to be fine. Nothing's really gonna happen, but you can't leave shit around a black community. It goes back to those one videos I was reacting to where it was a joke, but it was real. You're walking down the hood with a PS5 in your hand, someone's gonna jump you for it. You leave a wallet on the ground or some cat. If I dropped a wallet in the hood, someone walks up behind me, they're just gonna take it. But you do it in the white community, be like, hey sir, you dropped your wallet. Like these memes, these jokes, these stereotypes, these prejudices, they exist for a reason, and it's okay to call it out, and it doesn't make you racist or whatever it may be. It's just realistic. And more black people are speaking up about this because we're tired of it. You don't have to steal every damn thing. Work hard and pay for something once in your damn life.
Days ago, 3 women from Rochester, New York were here in Chicago to celebrate a birthday and left behind one heck of a surprise. They decided to dine and dash after greeting.
So vibes, thank you for free food. And why would you tag the... Why would you dine and dash and then tag the business?
After greasing their fingers on chicken wings, eating Alfredo, and washing it all down with flights of drinks. Now you see them and now you don't. We've blurred the video because the trio hasn't been charged yet. But you can't miss that distinctive blue wig and the massive tab they left behind.
The server went to the table. They asked for the ticket to be split. She left from this table behind me to a few steps away.
Not a black. See, how are you gonna black folk? How are you screaming and crying? We need to support black-owned businesses, black businesses, yes, and then you steal from them. We can't have nothing.
Way, click the button. As she left, they got up one at a time and walked out.
3 days ago, the three women from Rochester, New York visited Soul Vibes in the Near North neighborhood to celebrate a birthday and left behind a surprise, an unpaid tab of over $200.
They actually ran out the door and ran and hid behind a service vehicle that was in traffic.
They decided to dine and dash after devouring chicken wings, Alfredo, and washing it all down with flights of drinks.
Devouring chicken and lemon drops. These news people be cracking me up.
It's not violent, but it's a crime, and it affects us, and it affects our bottom dollar, and it affects our team members.
They were spotted on surveillance, leaving one by one within 30 seconds of the server stepping away. They also forgot that they signed up on the wait list before being seated, including their name and phone number. And to add insult to injury, they posted this onto social media, thanking the restaurant for the free food while laughing at waitstaff like Chloe Jackson.
I'm here 3 days a week.
Their greedy crime comes with a much heavier cost.
Some places do make the servers come out and pay for those bills, but Fab and Soul Vibes here, they don't make us pay for it. Well, that's really grateful because $300, $400 could really break our bank for that day.
Sadly, Dine and Dash incidents are on the rise. The owners run 2 Soul Vibes locations and 3 I Can't Believe It's Not Meat restaurants. And in the last 6 months, they've seen an uptick in these type of incidents. These are just a few of the incidents they've recorded.
It's an industry of pennies and nickels. So when you get these Dine and Dash incidences,
I saw the colors. It's always the Browns. It's the Browns, the Browns. Why we gotta act like this? Why? Again, I bring back BLM because it's always such a big thing in our society. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Act for once like our livelihoods matter, okay? You've been hipping and hollering about black-owned businesses. You got a black-owned business, and then we're robbing from them, dine and dashing on them. And you wonder why these businesses are always shutting down. Listen, all the black clubs in Nashville have just been shot up, and then they're gone. The black-owned businesses just be gone. You wonder why black folk, it's a meme, it's a thing in black culture. Black people we can't have nothing. We can't have shit because of how we're acting. These memes, these jokes, these prejudices, there's some underlying truth behind it all.
This is for my black people. Keep y'all black asses off from over the restaurant counters when your order don't get done right or they don't give you your change correctly or fast enough. Don't you jump your black ass over that counter. Hey, people working at the restaurant, get you a brick. When they jump over that damn counter trying to be honest, bust them in the head with that motherfucking brick. I'm sick of seeing black people jump over these counters trying to be greedy with these food because 8 times out of 10, y'all got y'all shit right. You just making up an excuse so you can jump over the counter, record yourself going on the counter so you can go viral while stealing chicken. We sick of it. Y'all, restaurant, bust them in the head with a brick.
See,
stop it.
He on some real stuff. It's not just me on this damn camera with this YouTube channel talking smack about the black community. This is real stuff happening and people are documenting and making videos about it and telling people stop stealing, jumping on these damn counters between the dine and dashing and you got the black. Again, you got to watch all the body cam footage. It's crazy out there, y'all. It's absolutely insane. But you always got black people in the hood, hippering and hollering at restaurants. Every time I land in, I was just in New York. Every time I land in New York or I'm in a restaurant, something always going down at a Popeyes or a Pizza Shack. Why? The McDonald's too. It don't matter what it is. If it's a fast food restaurant, there's always going to be, not always, but there's typically going to be hippering and hollering up. There's something in cahoots going on, right? And this black man right here is tired of seeing other black people act a fool and is advocating for restaurants to grab that thing and bust them beside the head. And I have some strict, harsh crime sentences that I think people should be doing when they're like repeat offenders and like thieving and scamming and drugs. Like, I think we need to be way more stricter. Like, I won't get into it in this video, but I think we need to be extremely more strict on our crimes because no one cares. They know that nothing's gonna happen. Oh, I have nothing to live for, so I'm just go to jail. I don't care. Like, personally, I think we should really be scaring people from doing crimes. Like, make it terrifying. If I get caught doing this, life is game over. We need to bring that back, if you catch my drift. And this guy's even advocating for restaurants to buzz people upside the head when they stealing, which I'm not even mad at. I'm protecting my business. I'm gonna treat my business like my home. You step in my home, you're gonna get capped. That's just what it is. So, I mean, maybe restaurants should just start grabbing bricks. You gonna jump over my counter? You're gonna try to assault my employees? Bink! I'm so glad no water just came out of that. That would have went over everything. Oh, I'm so glad this is nearly empty. I did it, and then everything just flashed in front of my face. But anyways, yes, take that damn thing and yeah. It needs to happen. Something needs to happen because people are fed up of black people acting a fool. Even.
I got it already.
Not the roll.
Just go ahead and leave it.
Leave it.
Go ahead and leave
Ain't got the nerve to try to pick it up.
Go ahead and leave it.
Not the body roll out the damn car. Ain't got the nerve to try and still pick everything up. Black, see, again, N-words. And it's because of people like this, everything we've gone through in this video, from the black folks stealing, the dine and dashing, all the looting, the crimes, everything that we've been seeing, right? All the looting, the stealing, the crimes, the dine and dash, that people, especially store owners, they look at black people differently, and we get prejudices, we get judged because of how majority of people like us look and act in the streets. I have to remove myself and look at this objectively and say, is there a difference between judging black people, let's say in 1905 versus 2025? Is it the same reason or is it different? Personally, I think it's different. I think in like 1905, after slavery and even the Jim Crow era, people looked down on black people because they were just black. People stole from black people because they were just black. People took advantage of black people just because they were black. It was horrible back then, but I think it's different now, in the sense that we have all these freedoms. We can do what we want to do. We can be successful. We can thrive. We can do anything in America. It's a free country. There's no law stopping me for doing anything a little Tim Tam can down the street. That's a given. But for some reason now, with all these freedoms, black people are acting a fool out here in these streets. We hipper and holler all the time about being the minority in this country. Then why do we make a majority of the most worst things in our society? And then want to be upset that someone looks at me and judges me, even though they're more than likely just looking at the data and how typically someone like me looks, acts out there. If we want to talk about being the minority, okay, you got, it's 13% of black people in the United States. Cut that in half. Boom, we'll just go with 6% male versus female. Okay, boom, we'll cut that down in half again to around roughly 2 to 3% of black men ages between 18 and 30. So now we're looking at that super small minority. Obviously not everybody in that group, but someone that is so rare to see in our society, so to say. You know, we're not make up that huge of a population in the United States, accounting for a lot of the worst things. This is why so many black creators are on here talking about the black community and taking ownership of how we're acting in the street. It comes to no surprise why these businesses are shutting down. It comes to no surprise why I get judged in the stores. It comes to no surprise how I get treated sometimes by people out there. Because shit, what do you blame them? Can you really blame them?
Being black is when you walk into a store, don't get greeted, but then someone walks in behind you and they get It was literally like less than a minute.
This has happened to me where I've walked into a store, said hello to somebody, they don't say hi, but then a white person walk in behind me and they say hi. It's shady, it's wrong, and on one end, yeah, race is like, wow, and like you're not even looking at me like a human, you're just like, black person walked in my store. But on the flip side, if I'm removing myself, I'm removing my ego, and I'm looking at this objectively, who's always stealing from stores? Who's acting a fool in these stores? Who has the attitude in the stores? Who's yelling in the stores? Who's fighting in the stores? I'm just being honest. It is really quite literally unfortunate that it's come to this, that because of how we're acting, now this is how we're viewed.
I just had the most horrible experience with shopping, and it just really makes me want to cry. No word of a lie. As you can see, these are my bags. A Nike bag, H&M bag. This is my shopping bag. I walk into Whole Foods and I grab a basket. Why did I grab the basket? Because I do not want to have to carry all these freaking bags. I saw the security officer. This man literally followed me. Every time I turn my back, he followed me. Me being me, I walk up to him. Why are you following me?
This has happened to me too. I've been followed in a store. Sucks. It does. And I want to say it's unfair. It's unfair that I get judged and sometimes I get followed in a store. It's rare, but it has happened to me before. But then you look at how other people who look like me act. Should I be that surprised that I'm being misjudged? You're a black woman walking into the store with 3 different bags and you put all the bags in the car and now you're going to go through the store. 1, black or white doesn't matter. It's already sus when you're bringing in outside bags. 2, it's already sus when you're bringing in an empty bag and you have 3 other bags and it's already suspect. It really is. But then you add on that other layer of, who's constantly doing the stealing in these stores? Who's trying to run out? Who is causing all the issues? It's typically someone that looks like you, even though it's not you and it's wrong to be judged in that way. But these prejudices exist for a reason. It's not just coming out of nowhere. Other black people talk about it. We can acknowledge it. We can look around the community. We know all the scammers out there that exist. We see it. We live it. We breathe it. We notice it. And yeah, it makes people emotional. Yeah, it makes things not fair. But on the flip side, if you're removing yourself, are we that surprised? So why are all these stores closing near black communities? Well, it's because if we're taking accountability, if we're looking at things objectively, it's because of how the black community is acting and how our culture is and how we treat these stores in our communities in these areas. There's a lack of respect for simple businesses in these neighborhoods. There's no cultural awareness. I don't know the exact word for this, but there's no shared hopeful outlook. Everything's so individualized. Like, I'm just taking care of me and my family. I'm gonna steal this. I'm gonna take this. Instead of looking at the community as a whole. Like, even on the smallest scale, if I can avoid shopping on Amazon, I would. And I would just go down to the Kroger, the Home Depot, the Best Buy, whatever it may be, to support the local business. Because I think it's important to pay attention to your local area. That's just how I am. And I don't think people in black communities do that. They're very self-centered. They barely know their neighbors. And I'm not trying to be super judgy, racist, or prejudiced, but it is what it is. This is what we see. This is what we experience. This is what we're living. It's why you go to these Walmarts and these Targets and these Walgreens in the hood, everything's locked up. On one end, I want to say, oh, it's only the major cities. It's when you're in the city of San Francisco or LA or New York or Chicago and you're in the city proper. Yeah, everything's locked up because of homeless people. Not the things that I see out here, especially in Tennessee. When I'm visiting other cities, I'm talking about suburbs. I'm talking the outskirts of the town still having things really locked up. Like the Walmart and the Target that I'm talking about here in Nashville is maybe 15 minutes from downtown and 15 minutes going on the interstate, So these things are real. These things are out there, and it's because of how black culture is and how black people act out there. It's unfortunate. It's the harsh truth, and I want better for our community. Obviously, I talk about this in the Black Fatigue video that I just did. If you haven't watched that, be sure to check it out. It's almost at 900,000 views, I think, which thank you guys for sharing and the support on that. It's absolutely mind-blowing. But we talk about this often in that video, and this idea that people and other black people are tired of how we're acting. We're tired of the constant disrespect to our own community, to our own people, to our own culture, when in reality, we could be so much further in life if we treated everything around us, not just black people, but everyone around us with respect, with love, with courtesy, and didn't get too in our heads about being judged, because if we're looking at it objectively, they kind of have a reason to judge. Again, the memes, the usual suspects. It's unfortunate, but there's some truth to it. It's always the usual suspects that are doing something wrong. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts. If you are black, do you understand where I'm coming from? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know below. And if you're not black, please add to the conversation below in the comment section. What do you think? What are your thoughts about all this and the stores shutting down your black communities and everything's being locked up? What has your experience been like? I would love to know. As always, thank you for taking your time sitting here and watching this content with me and spending this time with me. It means more than you know, truly, for sharing this content, liking this content, subscribing. And for all the people that have bought tickets to my tour this fall, I'm coming to a city near you: Toronto, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, Phoenix, Seattle, LA, Atlanta. I'll be in your city this fall. Come on down, come meet me. All information can be found at amirodom.com or in the links below. Again, I hope that you're doing everything in your power and your will to take care of you. Do whatever you have to do to achieve your goals and dreams with respect, obviously, and integrity. Lock in tunnel vision. Don't be misguided. Don't be distracted by anybody else's life, because you never know what they're going through too. Everybody's dealt cards, all about how we're playing it, okay? And you can see somebody living their best, brightest life, but you don't know what's going to happen a year later, or if they're going to come crashing down, or if they're just prior to what you see now has just been complete hell. You don't know. To do whatever you can to focus only on you, and you will get there. Again, my name is Amir Odom, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Deuces.